Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this quick tutorial from Illustrator.com. Today we're going to take a look at creating like a wax seal or badge almost to add to your images on like a slider or something. So let's get straight into it. What we're going to do is going to create a circle in Illustrator. If you press and hold Alt and Shift at the same time when you're drawing the circle, it creates a circle in the middle from where you clicked, and it creates a completely symmetrical ellipse. So what we're going to do with this is just give it a standard fill. We're going to do something called a zigzag. So we go to distort and transform and hit zigzag, hit preview so you can see what we're doing. So obviously now we've got this sort of zigzag thing going on, and it looks kind of like a badge, but it's not really that aesthetically pleasing. So let's try hitting smooth and dropping some of these down to like 3, and this one down a little bit too, so it's a little bit more like a wax seal than, say, for instance, a normal shaped badge or something like that. We hit OK. Let's increase the size of this background. Oh, actually, I should be fine there. What I'm going to do is change over the fill. So we have this shape now. It's pretty cool. You could probably just turn it red and make a dark red and just put your name and stuff in there, but of course there's a little bit more to it than that. So let's try adding a couple of patterns or something inside our badge. So we're going to create another circle, and we're going to change the stroke this time to a nice white, and change the stroke size to, say, 5. Let's move this into the center, see what it looks like. See, now we've got a badge that's sort of starting to take shape. We're going to create another circle quickly. We'll just copy and paste this one. So copy and then paste. Move this out here. Make this one a tiny bit smaller. So now we've got like 2 strokes. Now what you could do is change the stroke of this one to something a bit more smaller, say 3, and you got this sort of cool double stroke effect. But what I want to do is change this stroke completely and change the shape of it. I want to change it to a dashed line, and it's created these sort of crazy white lines, and we don't want that. What we want is, by clicking round cap, we want these little dots, which is pretty cool. And as you saw on the stroke thing, what I did was the dashed line, in the dashed line, if you put 0 for the dash and 15 for the gap, you have this sort of pattern that goes all the way around. The profile you can change to like different things as well, but that's for if you want to use, for instance, on this stroke, if you change the profile, it'll change the shape. So you get cool little shapes that go along. Have like a crescent style thing going on, but we'll hit uniform and leave it at that. So now we've got this sort of cool shape that we can use to work. The next step obviously would be to add in your own text. So let's try typing in saying cool. Oops, it's not white, so we can't see it. Cool badge for cool people. We're going to make this centered. I'm going to put this in the center over here. Increase the size a little bit. Oops. Well, let's try a different font. Let's try Junction. And yeah, you can play around with the fonts and the you can play around with the fonts and the size of the font to your heart's content. Play around with some of the character styles as well. Just decrease this size a little bit. Okay, so Illustrator has this thing where you can snap it into position on the center of somewhere. So what we can do is use something called the alignment bar, which comes up here, or if you can't see it, so window and align. Here we go. So if you hit that button, everything's aligned in the horizontally. Hit that button, everything's aligned vertically. That's pretty much it. Easy way to create cool badges to put into your images for your own website. Thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon on the next tutorial. Be sure to check out edgester.com for more tutorials for Photoshop, Illustrator, and other web development kind of things.